I'm going to be showing you how you can use completion tracking in your Moodle course so that students can keep track of the assignments that they've completed and see their progress. And teachers as well can keep track of student progress and see what they need to get done in order to complete the course. To get started, I'm going to scroll down on the blocks here on the right side until I get to my settings, and you'll find where it says Edit Settings. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to scroll pretty much to the very bottom here. Not quite. And then I'm going to find where it says Student Progress. And you can see that completion tracking is disabled by default. So if I want to use it, I have to enable that. And then just check that the box here is checked because you want any student that's enrolled in your course to have completion tracking automatically turned on. So then I'll scroll down and save my changes. The next thing I want to do is turn on my editing if it's not already on. And then I'm going to choose an assignment that I would like to turn completion tracking on for. So I'm going to use this assignment right here. I'll click on editing. And as I scroll down to the bottom here, you'll find a section called Activity Completion. And again, even though completion tracking is turned on for my course, it's not turned on for every assignment by default. It's turned off. So I'm going to click on this, and I have two options for how I want completion tracking to work. The first option is that students can manually mark the activity. So I'm going to turn that on. And this is easy because now students have the ability to check off assignments as they go and keep track. However, that means that students can just check things off whether they actually have completed it or not. So I would be careful when I use this to make sure that I understand that students have total control at this point of the completion tracking. Another option is to say show activity as complete when conditions are met. So if I choose that, one way that I can control things is by now checking this here where students have to at least view the activity. And once they open it, then it checks off that it's complete. Another option is that I could say a student has to receive a grade. That could slow students down because then it requires you to go in, grade the assignment before it then marks it as complete. But that is an option that you might choose. Another option is to require them to create an entry. So if you have activity completion for a forum, you could check this off and then go over here and say they have to do 3 entries, and then that would be considered complete. You also could say that you expect it to be completed by a certain date. I'll leave that unenabled, however. And then I'm going to save and return to the course. Now what you're going to find, is that anything that has completion turned on is going to show up over here with a check mark. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down and I'm going to switch my role to a student so you see what the student sees. And there you'll see a box now. So students will see that they have a box next to anything with completion tracking turned on. And if it's set to manually check it off, then they can click on it and they get a little check mark. However, if it's something that's not manual, they cannot check it off no matter how many times they click it. They actually have to go in and complete that assignment, and then it will become checked off. So that's completion tracking, and it is, again, a great way for students to be able to keep track of their progress. I will next be showing you how you can go in and look at a report that will show you how all your students are doing.